There are thousands of VR games on Steam, containing what seems like an endless number of virtual worlds to get lost in, but only a scant few are listed at the premium price tag of $100, which got me thinking, how do these top-of-the-line experiences compare to the much more reasonably priced selection of $1 Steam VR games? Well, let's find out. It turns out it is actually pretty hard to find VR games on Steam that are $100. So I decided to head to Google, and in my search, I found a super helpful little article titled The 18 Most Expensive Games on Steam. This is where I found our first $100 VR game, VR CPR. It seems like pretty much all ultra expensive VR games on Steam are some form of virtual training for real-world applications. In this VR experience, you basically get thrown into a number of different scenarios where you are guided through how to perform CPR on someone who's dying. Pretty cool, but what isn't pretty cool is that this game actually ended up costing me $120, dude. All I gotta say is after this, I better be CPR certified. I'm gonna be officially CPR trained in just a moment here. Oh, this actually looks pretty decent. Oh no, he's going down. Dude, those are some nice kicks. Look at those Jordans though. Come on, buddy. This is kind of realistic looking. Okay, what do I do? Somebody help me, please. What do I do? So first, you want to choke him out a little bit.
Are you all right?
The graphics look pretty good, but I'm a little bit confused that the first thing that I'm told to do is to shake the kid that seemingly just had a freaking stroke. So I went onto Steam and looked to see if there are any reviews. And there was one review on this game, which was a negative review, where it said that the guidelines that they give you in VR CPR are from 2010, which means that today, the steps they tell you to take in this game are 15 years old. Needless to say, the guy refunded the game. Oh, this poor kid. Getting Frenched by a grandma in the middle of class.
Epic.
Wipe the shoes off a little bit. Don't want to die with dirty Jordans on, right? He's breathing.
Start CPR.
Okay. So we can start compressions now. Staying alive. Thank God for the Bee Gees, am I right, boys? Am I right, kid? At this point, my shoulders are getting properly tired. But now we're gonna get into the good stuff because somebody's about to bring me an AED, which is basically like a little shock unit to get someone's heart to start pumping again. Not gonna lie, this was actually probably the most fun part of this experience. English, please. A key? Okay. Oh shit, we gotta rip this kid's clothes off. Stat. Oh no, I'm inside the kid. Not in a weird way. Just hold on a second while I reposition. Is it really necessary that we take the pants off here? Do we really have to do that? Here we go. All right, so we got it. Oh my God. The way that you orient yourself in this game is kind of jank. They actually use a Vive controller system in order to establish where you are and where the person is going to be when you're doing CPR. I don't have Vive controllers. I repeatedly ended up phasing through the bottom of the floor.
Stay clear of patient.
I'm clear.
Deliver shock now.
Clear!
Shock delivered.
He looks so dead right now. Oh, sorry, kid. Someone should get a TikTok of this. If you think people who have such short attention spans that they scroll past 15 TikToks in a record time of 2 milliseconds are gonna have the patience to do this shit, you are in for a rude awakening. Ain't that right, Grandma? R.I.P. Gen Z. I was doing chest compressions on this kid for what felt like 5 minutes, 10 minutes straight. My shoulders were genuinely on fire, man. I was getting a little concerned for myself, for my own well-being, dude. I might have a heart attack. So unfortunately, I'm not happy to say it, but I gave up. I don't think I'm CPR certified just yet. All right, he's a goner. We tried everything that we could. He quit breathing. I couldn't get his heart to start. And unfortunately, the Bee Gees, although they are a great band, couldn't save this little guy's life. He had a family, a dog, hell of a student, and an even better person. What a shame. I'm gonna have to go ahead and tap out. Good game. Am I a bad person for this? Even if you don't think I am, I definitely feel like a bad person for that. There are actually multiple scenarios that you can play in this game, so I tried out one more just to see if I could actually revive somebody successfully. How you doing, big guy? Looked a little wobbly there. Open-toed shoes. Is it really worth saving this guy? Okay, let's ask ourselves. Let's be certain right now. Open-toed shoes. Is it worth it? Is this a life that needs to be saved?
Person, can I help you?
I think it was the open-toed shoes. He tripped and fell, and pretty sure he shit himself. Come on, if I just want to revive one person. Am I certified once I finish this game?
Stop chest compressions.
After a month, the cardiac arrest victim is still in intensive care and has a severe brain injury. Oh, fuck. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to do it, dude. I couldn't save a single person. And honestly, this was not worth the money. There are plenty of free alternatives on Steam that will help you learn CPR. And I'm pretty sure some of them aren't using guidelines from 2010. So I think this pretty much wraps it up for our first $100 VR game. But there's still one thing left to do. I need to leave a brutally honest review. I was unable to successfully revive anybody, and my shoulders burned by the end of this. It was fun strangling patience, and the game looked sort of good. 5 out of 10, too expensive. Now for our first $1 VR game, Beanstalker VR. This game is typically $19.99, but I was lucky enough to get this little hidden gem during a Steam sale. Beanstalker is a cool little action-adventure climbing game where you scale giant beanstalks in procedurally generated environments, collect resources, craft new gear, and eventually work towards defeating your ultimate adversary in the game, the Spirit of the Tree. Pretty neat, but first, I need to get through the tutorial. This is looking very not too shabby right now, dude. Honestly, arguably, giving the $100 VR games a run for their money. Look at that, bro. Why does that look so good? It's got wiggle animations and shit. Press the A button on your right controller to jump. Dude! Boys, this is literally a hidden gem. Honestly, I don't know what's going on right now. I don't know how this looks so damn good. This had pretty decent reviews on Steam, actually. There are 189 reviews for this game on Steam, and it's very positive. Rancid Aloner says, "This is my favorite and by far the best VR game on Steam." Baby Giraffe Man says, "This game is actually a sleeper that no one touched due to dismay towards the VR market at the time. Basically, it should be in everyone's library." Right off rip, this $1 VR game is absolutely shitting on $100 VR game. And I just noticed something in the tutorial. The weapons and the tools that you get look amazing. Grab the shotgun. Oh! This is such a cool little shotgun. This looks like a one-handed shotgun type deal, dude. Oh, did you see the visual effects on that? Grab the blade slammers. What the hell is a blade slammer? These are such cool designs too for 3D assets. How fast can we climb this? This is like a giant green cop. The fact that this is an extraction-based looter shooter and also somehow a climbing game is by itself pretty unique, but I was not prepared for just how complete this game really is. I'm roughly halfway through the tutorial at this point, and then I get introduced to two new aspects of this hidden gem that I by far had the most fun messing around with: crafting and combat. I feel like this game would have some hot elf bitch that pop out sooner or later. There's a stat counter on both your hands that shows how many items are in the stack you're holding. Grab these items and try it. Okay, so I'm holding 5 items, 10 items. Throw some wood logs into the furnace to fuel it up. Damn straight, son. Hey! Dude, we can smelt ores in here and then use them to craft cool weapons. Smelt the iron ore from the chest by throwing them into the furnace. We have our ore. Grab the crafting hammer and strike a few times on the table. Hammer craft. And just like that, boys. Oh, it even has some effects. Dude, I'm nerding out hard on this right now. The entire process of smelting iron ingots with your own bare hands, combining resources on a crafting table, and then physically using a hammer to create cool looking gear and weapons is a pretty addictive gameplay loop. I think we can all agree on that, especially in VR. And now that we've crafted our first weapon, we are literally going to have to take a leap of faith and enter into the combat zone. Just warning you, if you have a fear of bugs, big bugs, you probably know where I'm going with this. You may want to close your eyes for this next part. Dude, yes! Look at this pistol, son. Oh, there we go. Take all these shrooms. Alright, maybe we can trip balls underneath the beanstalk later. Look at the size of that freaking web. Oh, what is with stalker games and loving spiders so much? You little bastards. I'm not as scared of you. Are the $1 VR games actually going to just like completely shit on the $100 VR games? That's looking to be the case, boys.
This is quality, dude.
I've officially completed the tutorial. I am a beanstalker, and after I extract it, I get plopped into the home base. This joint is straight up cozy, dude. You can interact with a bunch of the items in here. There's a daily missions board, and my jaw legit dropped to the freaking floor when I saw just how many different items you can craft in this game.
All right, this is kind of nice. Is that a deer head? Oh, you get daily quests? Look at this. Look at this shit, bro. I didn't even realize that. Conroy Likey. Hey, mango on a stick? Oh my gosh, there's a lot of guns in here. There's a bunch of different books. Whoa, there's so much shit in here. What? Dude, I haven't even scratched the surface of this game. There's like an ice crossbow, and like everything has physics. You can actually grab the freaking lid off of this thing. Can you grab the potions? Yeah, you can. Oh, desert symboled key. Desert key? Wait, so you can unlock different maps by like getting more keys? This shit is packed to the freaking brim.
Something unique about Beanstalker is that the beanstalks are modular, which means when you go out on missions, no two beanstalks will ever be the same. I haven't unlocked all the maps yet, but there are 3 that you get access to: Tropic, Desert, and Arctic. Each has their own set of resources and special weapons that you can craft. And since the Tropic map is unlocked by default, that's where I decided to go next.
Whoa! That's a big beanstalk. Hey! Oh my god. Oh, it actually does shoot stuff. This is literally just level 1. This thing is so tall. Gah! Out of here. Oh! Oh! We're so high up. I love the vibe of this. The music, too, is really cool. Dude, the spiders are so spidery. They're terrifying. Dipshit!
It's actually kind of insane to see the scale of these beanstalks in VR. It feels like you have to climb for ages, dude. And every 50 feet or so, there's some kind of bug trying to bite you. And there are even weather changes, dude. There's thunderstorms on this map.
Can we get struck down by the Lord? What? Oh, oh god! We're getting so close to the extraction point. Yes. Okay, so where we gotta go? Oh damn, that's very far away. Let's get the frick out of here, son. I hate these extraction points being like literally on the side of the beam. Hey, look at that, bro. We get like a little party whenever you extract successfully.
I picked up Beanstalker on sale for under $2, $1.99 to be exact, and it has already blown our first $100 VR game clean out of the water. No competition at all, dude, so I'm starting to think that maybe all $100 Steam VR games are just straight up scams. I mean, Beanstalker, even at its full price of $19.99, is still 1/6 the price of VR CPR. But we do still have 2 more games left to try out before I make any final statements. First though, of course, I gotta leave my own Steam review for Beanstalker VR. Got this game on a wicked sale. I'm astonished by how much stuff is packed into this game. 10 out of 10. We'll be climbing more beanstalks in the future. This next $100 VR game was actually pretty hidden away. It wasn't listed on that article that I found VR CPR on, so I only had one option left, and that was to interrogate ChatGPT. At first, he didn't want to budge, telling me, oh, there aren't any $100 VR games on Steam. There's only $100 VR game bundles, but I wasn't buying it. So I continued to grill him repeatedly until finally he told me what I wanted to hear. There is a $100 VR game on Steam known as Emission VR, and this game might as well be the boogeyman because I could not find it anywhere. An action-adventure VR shooter with the description reading on Steam, kill as many zombies, go through as many corridors can be possible, and all this in virtual reality. For some reason, I'm getting a pretty strange feeling from this game. Is this just another $100 scam? I'm like 90% sure this is malware. I'm definitely getting some Resident Evil vibe. How do you in good conscience list a Steam VR game for $100? And this is what you came up with. Oh! Okay, there's a zombie. There's a zombie. Why are the zombies so shiny, dude? They've been lathered up, dude. Somebody's down here lathering up the zombies in oil. Is this a Diddy? Did Diddy produce this game? This is a Diddy zombie game, dude. I got one kill.
Let's go.
I bought Emission VR thinking I was going to be able to use my VR controllers to play it in a cool Resident Evil-esque third-person perspective and just love the vibes. But come to find out, this is a keyboard and mouse only VR game. So I gotta say, I'm feeling pretty scammed right now, but I wanted to give this game another chance, considering I did spend $100 on it. After I killed my first zombie, I tried to explore around the map a little bit and see if there was anything about this game that justified such an extremely high price tag.
I'm determined to get somewhere in this freaking game. Some dude left a review and said that this game was good or like decent or something. He must have been absolutely blitzed on the hardest of ganjas when he played this. The zombies are oiled up, which is kind of nice, but the graphics, nothing to write home about.
Third-person perspectives in VR games is a great idea, dude, but this game, every time I try to walk into a different area, my third-person camera gets jammed up into the ceiling, and I can no longer see where my character is at.
Oh my god. The Diddy zombies are super oily in here. Hell yeah, okay. Dude, there's a zombie. I didn't even see that guy. I can't see anything. Get out of here, bro. Are you shitting me right now? Yes, yes. Okay, I keep getting raised up higher and higher into the ceiling. That's not chill.
I attempted to do a little research on Emission VR to figure out who even made this game, and after scrolling through the first 3 pages of Google, the most I was able to find was a few obscure web pages written in Chinese and a Twitch account linked to this VR game that have been abandoned. The developer VR Spec team has only published this one VR game. Other than that, they're basically a bunch of John Does. Nobody knows who they are or where they went. Emission VR was published in 2016, 8 years ago, received 2 updates, and then the devs were never to be seen again.
It's so dark, dude. I can't see anything. All right, I'm gonna go in that door. Oh shit. Hold up, son. Here we go. Take it. Right now it's like using my PC to mine Bitcoin. I feel like maybe this is like a kid's project and they were just messing around and they're like, you know, I'm gonna put it up on Steam and see if anyone will buy it for $100. Ha ha ha. And I'm just absolutely demolishing this shit. It would be like slightly better if I didn't transport above the goddamn ceiling. I see a bunch of baby oil sprinkled along on the floor, almost like a breadcrumb trail of baby oil. Diddy was definitely here. Okay, we got the showers. Can I take a shower? Nope, you can't even take a shower in here, dude. $100 and I can't even rinse off after a Diddy party? What the fuck?
Emission VR. I'm not really sure what to say about this game. It was published in 2016, so I can't be too harsh on it. At the time, a Resident Evil inspired game, but in VR, honestly wasn't a horrible idea. As for why it's listed at $100, well, I'm about 99% sure that it was just a typo. But at the end of the day, all I can really do is give my honest review on Emission VR. I could barely see because my head was above the ceiling and it was so dark. 2 out of 10. I did like the zombies, way too expensive. And now we've reached our final $1 VR game, which surprisingly might be the best VR game in this video. You dive into 3 different books and explore the insane worlds hidden within them, all while a ghost is whispering stories in your ear, and a gruesome murder has yet to be solved. This game is called One True Path.
This is actually really nice. What the hell? Can only teleport. That's pretty fucking dumb. Take a closer look at this guy.
Thanks. You're really twisting the knife now.
Bro got Caesared hard as shit.
Lift the handset, type the number, and re-enter our worlds of fiendish fate.
You got a little drawing over your little doodle pad with some blood on it? Can I draw shit on him? Can I draw a dick on him? Nope. What a me thing to do. Alright, finds a dead body and a pen. First thing I try to do is draw a dick on him.
So, somebody has murdered Jack Stevenson, a reclusive writer known for his Fiendish Fates book series. And in order to solve this mystery of whodunit, we need to venture into each of Jack's stories and search for clues as to who could have killed him. First up is a sci-fi horror story titled Butchers of Orion.
Oh, whoa. Okay, actually, let's go to 232. That looks sick.
There is only one place in the galaxy
Oh.
where it could possibly be. Aboard the vast vivisection ship.
Whoa. This is such a sweet art style.
Such as yourself.
I feel like I'm in a comic book or something.
Oh, here's our little trouble.
Oh, what the fuck? Nasty ass. Get the hell away from me, bro. Don't get behind me.
Display your cackling captor. murder mogul Oriana. I saw your little brain trick. The gems in your body must have a rare power.
Bro wants to suck on my gems.
Science team awake. They must dissect this one most thoroughly.
This is pretty unique.
Secret power.
What's my
mind
power?
Jump. Now it is your only
Ooh.
chance to survive and escape your fiendish fate.
Butchers of Orion. So looked at the how do you even say that? Looked at the other Crystallian, and mind jump. Okay.
You will never get used to the feeling of mind
Whoa.
jumping into a new body.
What are these? Can I turn it? Here we go. I set myself free. How do we get the generators going, dude? Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah. This is so cool. Hey, buddy, I need your help. I know you're literally dead. Open that freaking door, dude. Yeah! They're harvesting the Crystallian seed. That's what I think's going on, dude. This mystery has been solved.
Not gonna lie, I'm kinda disappointed that this VR game uses teleportation to navigate around the maps. Like, the art style is on point. You feel like you are in a comic book. The narrative is super engaging, but then there's no free locomotion? That's like putting a freaking lawnmower engine into a Ferrari.
Implacable drones emerge
nice,
from
dude.
alcove sockets. Now's your chance to show what your telekinetic
We got
powers can do.
telekinesis to kill shit. Fiend! Come on, baby. Yeah. This is a vibe and a half, boys. This is straight up a vibe. Can I bash these things against each other? This is where they harvest the seed.
The room is at the end of a grotesque production line. Body after lifeless body passes on conveyors, their life gems already drained.
Okay, so they're harvesting our life gems, which kind of sounds like balls to me, if we're being honest here. If I was an alien, what would I call my testicles? Life gems, probably. Pretty sus. Let's see here. Hey. Yes. Here, buddy. Come here. Let's head in here, and we're gonna become a battery. Perfect. There we go.
You must get across the processing line.
We are cooking now. This is making complete sense, all right? The neurons are firing. What you got in here for me, buddy?
You have left many bodies behind, but you yet survived because of the ship.
Yeah. You unlock little areas for the books.
The combat so far isn't half bad, but since this game was so cheap, I don't expect anything insane from it. Maybe that will change though, once I venture into our next story, Army of Evil, where I get to engage in sword fighting against an army of the undead.
2 Sepha 9.
The peasants have sheltered you too long already. The undead army approaches.
Oh, it's all grayscale,
In the
boys.
distance, the village's bell tower still tolls its warning. Dong, dong, dong. Then, suddenly,
I'm getting into this so hard.
are you already too late? But
Oh,
foul
we're like a mummy or
necromancy
something,
laughs
dude.
in the face of hope.
Can I touch this? Hey! Yes! We can go into
You
the
forged
crypt!
Twin blade, together with your most trusted kinsman. Enchanted steel shines yet.
Dude, if you're watching this video, out of all of the $100 and $1 VR games we've covered in this video, this is the winner, okay?
There, glinted
Damn.
in the dark, the ensorcelled sword. Formidable alone, but once reunited with its twin blade, it will be an unstoppable sword.
I'm having such a good time right now, dude. It's such a cool animation, too.
You must fight. Your sword flashes in
dead.
the moonlight.
He's dead, bro. Oh,
Your skills return quickly. Quickly, you dispatch it back to the grave. Your blade sings,
Yeah!
hungering for more.
that's what I'm talking about. Pussy.
Ahead, only bloodshed awaits.
Oh, that's the end of the first freaking 163. Let's do it. I'm going back in there to slay some skeletons.
Sword in hand, you go from the temple into the raven-haunted courtyard.
Look at these guys. Hey!
You must get to the village straight away. But by which path?
Which path do we
Brave the
go?
forest.
You know what? My left nut's a little bit bigger than the right one, so I'm thinking we go left. I'm gonna play literally through this entire game.
If you plan on buying One True Path, I don't want to spoil it for you guys, so just know that there's still one story left to be explored, and as for this video, Jack Stevenson's murder has yet to be solved. I kind of really like this game simply because of the amount of variety in it, the cool storytelling elements, and the art style. After the first 10 minutes of playing it, I sort of forgot that you can only teleport, so that really didn't end up being too huge of a deal. But there is one thing left for me to do here. It's time to give it an honest review. This is a certified banger of a VR game. 10 out of 10. At the end of the day, the price of a VR game may not mean that much. Whether it's $100 or $1, what really matters is the passion and love that went into creating it. With how well the low budget $1 games performed in this video against the $100 VR games, I think it's pretty safe to say that any game that costs $100 is probably just a scam. Price in this case did not equal quality. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed exploring these games with me. Shout out to my members for supporting me and helping me continue to create goofy ass videos like this. Leave any video suggestions you guys might have in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video, it helps me out big time. But most importantly, have an awesome rest of your weekend, dude, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye!